one of the most important things to understand is sort of some of the nuanced difference between types of storytellers. So a lot of, I guess I would see it in two broad categories. One being journalists and people telling what is, the things that are today or happened in the past. And then there's also the storytellers that are kind of the imaginal wayfinders or showing visions of the future that we can be inspired by, that can then change our behavior as individuals and our consciousness and reflect and become the world that we live in. I mean, everything that we see around us was created in the imagination first, right? We all know that on a deep level, but we lose sight of that. It was all created through the imagination. And so I see that the first category is critically important for having a real understanding of where things are in the world. And the second is sort of the showing us what is possible and going there as individuals and thinking through, when we say a conscious era or an era of conscious media, what is an era that is conscious? What does that look like? What are the principles? What are the virtues of that sort of world? And let's imagine it. Let's create that, as Joe said, internally. Let's make that transformation and internalize that first, and then watch that reflect out into the world. And I know we're in an audience where we talk about quantum physics as it relates to journalism here, but on that level, journalism is sort of when the waveform function collapses into an observable reality. This is the way that things are, and storytellers, the filmmakers, the people who are kind of showing the archetypes of the future, have an opportunity to play more in the wave side of things before it collapses into reality. And I believe that we need a lot more firepower in the role that Hollywood is playing now, showing often nightmares that are awakening archetypes of nightmares, which can serve a purpose to wake you up, but we also need those positive visions of what do the heroes of the future look like? What do the companies of the future look like? How can we use storytelling to show that? So that's what I believe is we need to be visioneering the future through media, as well as telling how things are and providing that level of truth in the current form.